How many steps do you take when you run up and hit the punching machine?
It's just like a 1-2. You sit next to it, measure out your hook, and then just 1-2, you know?
I feel like I've seen you sprint across the bar once or twice.
Oh, yeah, but that was that was probably towards the end of the night.
Those that was for other reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on Locked Door MMA. We're your hosts. I'm Brevin. This is my good buddy JP. And in today's episode, we will be breaking down and giving our predictions for every single fight. UFC Fight Night, Nurmagomedov versus Xiong out in Shanghai, China. But before we do, we got a few things to cover. First and foremost, if you're brand new to the channel, welcome. We're so happy to have you. If you want to join the community, do it right freaking now. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like video or the like button on the video. Let us know that you stopped by. We appreciate you guys as always. JP, last weekend's fights, kind of interesting if you ask me. I know you're going to touch on some of those things, but overall, I thought it was a pretty good card. And this weekend, we're back in China. All right, we're back in China. What does that mean? Do I have JP over? Do we get some Red Bulls? I don't know if we're going to do that, but JP, I'll let you talk about last weekend.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a long lost dream at this that that shit is so hard. Stay up all night. Um, yeah, last weekend, little crazy, roller coaster ride of emotions for us, at least that's for goddamn sure. The main event, I mean, good snipe there. Brevin had a lot more confidence than I did, I would say. I was very worried about him gassing out, and we saw a little snippet of it, but we also saw the growth and the knowledge that came with the first time he gassed out. The calf kicks for RoboCop did wonders. And Brevin, you were saying a lot of them were shin to shin. Like
Yeah.
Hernandez did check a couple of them,
Yep.
didn't matter. Still took him off his feet. RoboCop hitting like a truck, and Hernandez was throwing back with him. Right, he wasn't. It wasn't like a bulldozer of a fight or anything. It was a war. Um, how you score round one for Fluffy, I don't know. Um, I'm sitting there watching it with my older sister. She's like, "So if they go to the judges, who's gonna win?" And I was like, "I swear to God, if they give it to Fluffy after going 3 for 29 with takedowns, I'm going to lose my free." We've seen it before. Obviously, not that drastic, but the first one that comes to mind is the Bautista fight with Jose Aldo. A lot of cage pressure, clinch pressure. So, good fight by RoboCop, man. He dug deep, fought through the gas tank issues, hits like a truck. He called that Drickus. I don't know if they'll give that to him, Brevin. I don't know how you feel about that. I think we're gonna see Drickus show on 3. Oh,
I mean, listen, dude. Fluffy just got done fighting the champ. You went out there and just beat Fluffy. I think you deserve someone in the top 5, and I know you're way up there in the rankings, but you put on a pretty damn good performance over the course of 5 rounds with the one guy that nobody expects to beat over the course of 5 rounds. That's Fluffy's game. He beat him at his own game, JP. He out cardioed and out hustled the cardio and hustle king in his hometown. I mean, what else does a man have to do to earn a shot at someone in the top 5 like Drakus? I mean, give him the fight. Give him the fight. Crazy. And I told people all week, and this is my little piece, and I'll let JP finish his thoughts. I told people all week, RoboCop is the real freaking deal. All right. Yes, there were instances of him gassing out, but you have to do your research because I feel like it's very important. That often happened after he had guys severely hurt and he emptied the tank trying to get the finish because that's what he does, JP. He is a finisher. And so all the dopamine rush, all the adrenaline dump, yes, it takes a toll on the body. But round 3 came and everyone was like, "Oh, he's chalked. This fight's over. Hernandez has found his groove and RoboCop is fading." Not so fast. He took a round off. And that's oftentimes what you see these big muscular guys have to do that are grappling the entire 25 minutes of the fight. You have to take a round to recover. And that's what he did. He bagged up, in my opinion, the first 2 rounds, JP, took round 3 off, then went out in the championship rounds and fought really, really well. Sure, you give one to Fluffy. Okay, that's 3-2 across the board because in rounds 4 and 5, RoboCop was fighting really, really well.
Well, and I forget what round it was where he dropped him like what 3 times with the calf kicks, mounted him and stuff like that. Like
It was round
I
2.
think, yeah, that should be in question for a 10-8 round, in my opinion.
I agree,
Him,
but then also that's kind of where he started to get a little tired, and that's why you saw in round 3, he really wasn't throwing, he was just defending, you know? And so, yeah, he was dominating. I don't think Fluffy landed more than 5 strikes that whole round because he kept getting dropped by calf
yeah,
kicks.
it was a damn good fight. The takedown defense, fucking phenomenal. I mean, you just love to see it. Um, and we knew going in he'd be a high level grappler. So good win by RoboCop. Really was a statement in our eyes. Petrino gets it over Spivak. Spivak doesn't put on a pace. Petrino's another guy who slows down severely, but both guys had a good jab. Petrino outlands him. Um, we'll have to see. Okay, we'll really have to see. I kind of want to see Petrino and Hoka because I know Hoka will be the one guy that would gas him out, but also Hoka can get hit, and Petrino hits goddamn hard. So that would be entertaining to me. Delidze, Brevin, I don't think we've talked about this at all. What a
What's there to talk about?
bitch. What a bitch. Oh my God. I cannot stand these guys. Go do the jujitsu shit that the UFC has set up. I forget what it's called, whatever it is. Go do that. And I won't make fun of you in that because that's useful in that sport. You pulled him on top of you. You pulled guard and then got the shit kicked out of you. What a loser. You'd love to see it. Good win by RDR. Phenomenal. Mason Jones gets knocked out. Was what it was. We said Medeiros would skirt around the cage. I talked about this in the recap, and he didn't. Looked so much better. Actually sat down on his shots. What was it, like 2-3 elbows or something that he hit him with there at the end. So lock is a lock for a reason. Revan, we broke the rule, and it treated us well. Carly Judice slumps Chavez, or Chavez, whatever it was. She sucks. Anthony Went gets a sub over Chapman. Good win. On the feet. We'll have to see if this dude gasses out. I mean, this motherfucker throws hard as shit. But I know he had the Kimura, and that was kind of interesting to watch. Watch him work his way through that and sub defense and stuff like that. But good win by Wint. Emmer slumps Douglas. Larian kind of gets fraud checked. Said it all week. Got to mind his P's and Q's because Jamal does throw very straight. One got home. Good win by Jamal. Everyone was picking Douglas. So it was what it was, man. I'm not even. I don't know what's worse, Kennedy's IQ or the fact that I picked Kennedy. Probably the fact that I picked him. His IQ, he's got to be the dumbest person on the planet. I'll give flowers to Gaziv. He even said it in his post-fight interview. Normally his hands are low like that, and that's how he used to fight. In this fight, he didn't look much better. One shot. Kennedy is so stupid. Oh my God. That dude is so stupid. Anyways, Padilla gets the sub at the very end of the fight. Brevin, did you think if we got to the judges, Chris was going to win that fight?
Yeah, that's where you and I differed. I thought he was up. You know, low volume, which we talked about, but landed the cleaner shots, kind of dictated the pace of the fight. I mean, you saw um you saw Hack Press really kind of slow his volume down to match the output coming back his way. And to me, Padilla was winning the small volume of strikes that we saw. He was winning those exchanges, landing the more powerful shots. So yeah, I had him up. I thought he was going to win via decision. But then obviously at the end got the finish either way.
Yeah, that slam that he had. I mean, the standing arm triangle was tight as it was, but I was like, there's a good chance he survives. And then him slamming him to the ground, I was like, oh, jeez, that might have put him out in itself. My God. Um, Marcio Barbosa slumps Coos. At first, when I saw it, I was like, oh, this dude don't want to fight. Like, this dude's scared. And then they did the replay where you could see Coos's eyes. And I was like, "Oh, no, that dude was that dude was out just sitting there. He's looking straight up in the air, has no fucking idea on his back." So, good stoppage there. Dorsonville gets it done over Gage Young. The decision was what it was. I mean, Gage, I think, had a bad third round. His body language looked worse, so it was what it was. We said this kid, Stan, might have a potential, but the jumping competition, he got it done. So good win by Stan. Wes Schultz is a puss. Almost got a sub and then didn't, and then he can't strike. If he can't get his grappling off, he can't win. Good win by McVeigh. And then Dyer slumps Elise Reed because Elise Reed sucks. 9-4. Another lock hit. A little sketchy there through the prelims. What were we, like 4-3 at the end of the prelims or something? But yeah, we got her done.
Definitely got her done. The streak continues, JP. As we showed you guys last week, on the longest winning streak. If you bet $100 on every single money line for every single fighter over the past, what is it now, 3 months? We've been
Pretty much,
profitable
yeah.
every single week, which is a crazy streak to be on. I'll let JP roll the clip if we have the clip. UFC Prediction Tracker hasn't posted his video yet, but you guys will see probably by the time this video airs. It's been a phenomenal run. It's been a phenomenal run, and it's going to continue. JP, we have fights out in Shanghai, which means they're happening overnight for us here in the United States. Maybe for you that watch our videos across the globe, maybe it's at a better time than what they normally are in the United States. I hear that quite a bit. You guys are so lucky every single weekend because I have to stay up till 3 a.m. or what have you to watch these big time cards. That would suck. That would really suck, especially for us. But um, an overnight card, okay. All right. It is what it is. We can live with it. I don't think JP and I will be staying up. Maybe we'll stay up for the prelims. I don't know. We get kind of weird. We say this every time. We're not going to stay up. We're going to get some sleep. And then Saturday rolls around or Friday night rolls around. We're so excited for these fights. We're like, I could stay up till 1, 2 a.m. and everything will be just fine. It's no different than if I was to go out to the bars. I might as well watch these fights. So to be determined, but let's start with a fun one here in this welterweight division. Ming Ding is taking on Cam Nelson.
Out the gate, man. Another one. You see it pretty much every week. There's one or two prelim fighters that you just don't got much to look at, don't got much to go off of. Cameron Nelson, Canadian guy, used to play hockey, transferred over to MMA. From what you can see, he doesn't look bad. Okay, he's got a little bit of a grappling game, decent ground and pound, got good volume on the feet. Once he starts to let go of his combos, his hands don't really come back home, and he is just kind of running forward, just throwing, but he's still throwing volume, right? He's putting volume out there in front of you. He's got decent kicks, got a good body kick. He hasn't really fought anybody. Hasn't really fought anybody, not much film. Hard to pick him. Meng Ding, dude's got 45 professional fights, and he's a damn good striker. He's got, what is it? I think 20 wins by KO. 28, excuse me. So striking wise, the dude's kind of seen it all, right? Very experienced. He will throw hard. He will throw fast. He'll kind of be in your face. He'll try to push the pace a little bit. Grappling wise, I don't see Cam being like this phenom from what I've seen to just grapple fuck Meng Ding. Tough one to go off of. If you're on Cam, more power to you. You're kind of taking a shot in the dark. I need more to go off of. We're taking Meng Ding to get it done. The experience, jumping competition. These ones are always tough to call, but I think he gets it done.
Yeah, I will say, I mean, Cam Nelson, JP, you would know more than I. He does have a number of rear naked chokes on his resume, but I feel like at lower levels of competition, JP, that doesn't really prove as much as one would think as far as the jujitsu skill level. You can knock a guy down, have him wobble, take his back pretty easily. I mean, I was out there getting rear naked chokes in jujitsu, and I'm not even good, and I'm fat. I'm out of shape. You guys are calling me Porky in the comments. All right, you guys know the drill. If I can get it done, so can Cam Nelson, but that doesn't really prove his level of jujitsu. I think Ming Ding is really going to show the levels and the striking and the experience is going to come into play. Fun fight. Glad that Cam gets a shot at the UFC, but it might be short-lived. All right. That's going to take us up to another fun matchup here between Xiong taking on Julia Polastri.
Yeah, both of these, if you are a dog chaser, like I talked about last week, you could parlay both of these two fights and just take the dog in both. Is it the craziest thing? I don't think so. I think both of them have a decent shot. Um, Nan, she's 38, just fought Angela Hill, kind of looked like shit, right? She won't move her head, which that's low key a theme of this card. If you know, you know. Okay. Um, she's a striker, decently quick. When she was younger, she was a problem. But at this rate, she's not going to grapple her. And even if she does, I think Polastri has a chance to be the better grappler. She's seen better grapplers. She's dealt with it. Polastri's also a striking girl, a Muay Thai girl. I like her head movement more. She's got probably the better jab, in my opinion. The speed, I don't think it will be a huge problem for Julia. And just on the feet, I'm just not a fan of Jingnong when she gets a little wild or she clips you. She hits you with a big shot. Then that's when the things start coming from way out here. Our hands aren't coming back. The head movement's still non existent. A lot of the fighters on this card, if they clip you or hit you with a big shot and you're wobbled, they will just run forward at you and try and sling massive hooks. Like you're at a bar and you're trying to hit that punching bag and you're just running at it, clocking it. Not a fan. And Polastri, she's a decent Muay Thai striker. So we're taking Julia.
How many steps do you take when you run up and hit the punching machine?
It's just like a 1-2. You know, you sit next to it, measure out your hook, and then just 1-2. You know.
I feel like I've seen you sprint across the bar once or twice.
Oh, yeah, but that was that was probably towards the end of the night.
That was for other reasons. Were you there with me at in college at Collins when I hit the punching machine? Guys, there's a
Oh,
punching machine
yeah,
next to a
I think I
brick
was.
wall. They put their punching machine next to a brick wall. I don't understand how that makes any sense. I feel like that's, a reason for liability, so on and so forth. And I probably should have sued the bar. But Big Dog, all right, wants to give him the old Roy Big Country Nelson overhand right. And I looped that right hand, hit the bag. My follow through took me into the brick wall. I took a piece out of the brick wall, but the brick wall took a piece out of my hand. All right. It was a bad night to be a brick wall. It was a bad night to be me. We both got the worst ends of the exchange. It doesn't make any sense, but sparked a crazy memory. My right hand's starting to hurt now just thinking about it. Who puts a punching machine next to a brick wall? All right, moving up this card. Lawrence Louis taking on Hector Santiago.
I wish those are moments like I know we have some moments like videotaped and like saved, but it's never moments like that. Because I don't know. I think I was there for that one. I was there for a couple of them. I know we smacked the shit out of that bag plenty. But anyways, this one, interesting one. All right, Hector is a boxing, kickboxing, striking fighter. Okay. Only 6-1. His level of comp, not great. Lawrence Louis gonna come forward. He does keep his hands really high, which I like. He's got some power in his right hand. His striking is pretty mediocre though, doesn't have a great jab. And he's gonna put the pressure on you and then grapple you. Once you're against the cage, he will shoot his shots. And he's a pretty decent grappler. He's got pretty decent mat returns. I think he's going to be probably the best grappler Hector has faced. I think it's going to be a problem for Hector. Hector does come forward in himself sometimes, so I think getting to Hector isn't going to be a big problem for Lawrence. And Hector's a boxer who's losing boxing fights. He's a kickboxer who's losing kickboxing fights before he's even in MMA. And he's one of those, and we see it all the time. I was telling Brevin before we started filming, these kickboxers that like to kick a lot, they get a calf kick or a body kick or two off, and they can tell, oh, that hurt. And then they just start to lead with the kicks. You're not showing hands. and they get clipped because they're kicking and their rear hand's dropping or whatever it is. You got to show hands before you kick. We don't like naked kicks here. We're taking Lawrence Louis. We think he grapple fucks him. Hector's level of comp is just not there.
Yeah, no naked kicks, but a lot of naked chicks. Hey, I thought Lawrence Louis' nickname was Lock In, but it's Lock
uh
In.
oh,
It
I was gonna
confused me.
say it was, wasn't it?
Maybe it's Lock In a different language. I don't know, but I saw Lawrence Lock In Louis, and I was like, hell yeah. But I agree with you. I think he's going to be the better all around fighter. He can grapple. And then Santiago, you can't be a kickboxing specialist and not be very good at kickboxing. Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's like
Nah.
Lotus playing running back or something. All right.
Jacob. Jacob caught a stray.
Well, it's like you're an offensive lineman trying to play running back. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's the same thing here. You can't be a kickboxer that can't kickbox. All right, moving up to two men that can do pretty much everything. One of them being a phenomenal boxer. Jack Jenkins is taking on Sean Woodson.
Damn good fight. Damn good fight here. If you guys have been around the channel, you know how big of a fan we are of Sean Woodson. If you haven't been here, Brevin has been a huge fan of Sean Woodson since he's come up. Your boy took some time. I wouldn't say I'm as big of a fan, but Sean is good. Okay, and this one he's gonna have 10 inches of reach. I've said it once and I'll say it again. The dude looks like a troll. Stupid long legs, short little torso, long arms. Very weird build, but the boy can strike. Okay, the boy can strike. The boy can kick. Um, he moves his hands a lot and he puts his hands out here and stuff like that. Normally, I don't like that, and you guys have heard me talk about that. But when you have that much of a reach, and then Sean will pop you with his jab, it's not as bad as if we have the same reach and I'm doing all that shit, right? Because I can hit you, but you can't hit me. Jack Jenkins, good kicker. Um, Me and Brevin were talking about it. If he can get his calf kicks off on Sean, Sean's legs are pretty small. He's got little chicken legs. But the problem with that is if he gets a body kick caught or a calf kick caught or whatever, he will be in punching range of Sean, and I think Sean will be able to light him up a little bit. As far as the grappling goes, Woodson is so hard to take down just because of how long he is. If you go all the way down to grab his fucking beneath his knees, behind his knees to pick him up, dude's literally reaching over you and just grabbing you and preventing you from taking him down. He's very hard to take down. Um, Yusuf Zalal went like 3 for 12 against him when they fought a long time ago, so not worried about that. We're taking Sean Woodson. How does he get done? I think there's a chance he could KO him, but unanimous decision is speaking to me.
Yeah, I would agree. If you've been a follower of the show, if you watch my TikTok lives, you guys ask me all the time, who's your favorite fighter? This guy's one of them. I always say Sean Woodson. Everyone's like, Sean Woodson, that's a crazy pull. I've been watching Sean Woodson for a very, very long time. I love how tall he is for this division. He's so skinny, he's so long and weird for this division, and I like that. I mean, if you've ever played Call of Duty with me, I use the crossbow. If you ever play like one of these games, I'm trying to find the weirdest stuff to do. I just want to be a weird player, so I like weird fighters, and he really is. He's like a creative fighter in UFC 6. I mean, I'm gonna make my 135 pounder or whatever he is 7 feet tall. That's basically what it feels like. And then they just stretch his limbs out so he's so long and lengthy. He's like Slender Man in there, but a really good boxer. And he's going to show that in this matchup. I think it's a good bounce back fight for him after the Dan Ige performance, where there's maybe an early stoppage, but come to find out, judges had scored it Dan Ige's way either way, which I don't really agree with. However, that's okay. He's going to bounce back and put on a nice performance against Jack Jenkins. All right, bear with me, guys. I'm still fighting this sickness. I don't know if you watched last episode. Ugh, just don't feel good. Still don't feel good. All right, next one, Long Zhao taking on Francesco Nuzzi.
This one, man, this one irritates the shit out of me. Look, last week your boy picked Kennedy, and we negated or just decided to push aside the IQ problem. Even though we talked about it, and I still was like, no, I'm still going to settle with him. You know who has terrible IQ is Long Zhao. Okay, this dude, another brawler, when he gets you hurt, he can strike and be somewhat technical. But for the most part, when he gets you hurt, he's going to brawl. Okay, for one part. For two, he's another one of these guys that does the dumb shit. If you guys have been around the channel, you know how much I hate it. If I hit you in the face, clean, and you wave me on, what are you doing? You have the ability to punch me back in the mouth, move your feet, do anything else other than wave me on. He will do it 24/7. He's got a decent gas tank, and he's got pretty decent takedown defense. Other than that, do not like him. Do not like the way he fights. He's not a smart guy. He doesn't know how to win rounds. Just likes to get in brawls. Francisco's a newcomer. His level of comp, I feel like, is pretty decent for a newcomer. He's got a win over Bernardo Sopaj. Okay? He throws very straight. He's got good volume. He's got good teeps, good body kicks. He'll go to the head with them every once in a while. And he can grapple very well as well. We're taking Francisco, whatever it is. We're taking Francisco, dog money, Long Zhao, bad IQ, gets in brawls, don't like the way he fights, everything he's shown us. Give us Nuzzi.
Nuzzi. Love that guy. All right, moving up to another fun one. Ray Tsuruya. Holy cow, taking on Kevin Borjas. Speaking of these Japanese and Chinese fighters, JP, aren't you part Chinese? Didn't we establish that?
Yeah. It's crazy pool. I forgot about that.
I feel like you should be helping me with these pronunciations. I'm sick. I'm down bad. The Rosetta Stone, they refunded me my monthly entry, and they said we no longer want you in our class. You actually take down the abilities and IQ of everyone else that's in the class. So I got kicked out.
Our reviews are worse when you're a part of it. I mean, I could try. Okay, I'm Chinese. Doesn't mean I can speak Mandarin or nothing. Right? Yeah, this one pretty straightforward for us. Kevin Borjas, another guy who likes to skirt the cage, uses footwork, uses kicks. His downfall is grappling. Ray Tsuruya, his prowess is grappling. He's a damn good wrestler, super strong, good hands. Both of them have a loss to Joshua Van. Ray is training with Henry Cejudo. Whether you hate or like Henry, he is pretty smart. He's a smart guy, knows how to win. And I think Ray understands where his strong suit is and where he lacks, and it's in the hands. And we've seen it progress. Obviously, you see the Joshua Van fight, he kind of gets beat up. Joshua Van's boxing is fucking phenomenal. So, pretty straightforward to us. We think he gets to him. Kevin, downfall's always the grappling. We're taking Ray Tsuruya.
Ray's out here training in Arizona?
I don't know if it's in Arizona. I think it is, but I know he's training with Henry.
I wonder if he ever stops by the old Trader Joe's. Might have to give him a run for his money. Hey, listen, Ray's another one of these guys with those butterfly backs, JP. They're so strong.
No kidding.
He gets a hold of you. I mean, you just see all the muscles in his back flare out. It's hard to get out of his grasp. He takes you down. He'll take your back. Kevin Borjas in his last fight, I think it even was, looked okay on the feet, got taken down, didn't really do much off of his back. If you're getting comfortable and settling in your guard and Ray's on top of you, it's going to be a long night. If he has your back, it's going to be a long night. And this kid, like JP said, is a good wrestler. He's fast. He gets in on those takedowns and he's strong. And so when you combine the two, he's a very dangerous fighter for this division. He's already fought some of the best fighters in the division. He's only 24. JP, he's only 24. The sky is the limit for this kid. I like him a lot in this spot. We're taking Ray, and I really think he's going to go a long ways inside of this flyweight division. All right. Next up, we have Andre Lima taking on Namsrai Batbayar.
All right. Last week, we told you Anthony Wint was a possible trap. He looked good, had some sketchy moments. I am going out on a limb and saying this is the trap fight of the night. If you're going to bet on this fight, if anything, just bet on it to not go the distance. Batbayar, never seen a decision. This dude is a finisher. Throws hard as shit. He's got good chokes. He's looking to finish you any way that he can. Andre Lima, technically sound, good footwork, good movement, pretty well rounded. He's probably most well known for getting bit by Igor, which was the strangest thing I've seen in the octagon. Um, we're gonna take Lima. Okay, Lima will be the pick. Batbayar gets a little too wild for us. Told you guys that's kind of the theme of the card. When they get somebody hurt, they're just kind of throwing crazy, looping punches coming from the outside. He will rush in and just kind of unload hooks with his chin up in the air. Lima's got a fast left hand. When Lima chooses to throw, he is accurate. He is fast. He's got power. He lost his last fight. I believe that was against Borjas, right, Brevin? Am I remembering that correctly?
That's
Um,
correct.
he's cutting Borjas off and not throwing anything. And then when Borjas feints or throws, he has a technique where he just slides out of range. He slides backwards, which is fine. Unless you're not fucking throwing anything, because you're taking yourself out of range, which you can't get hit, but you also can't land. And then he's still not throwing anything, still not throwing anything. Before you know it, you're probably down 2 rounds, and you're still doing the same shit in the third round. Now he's getting clipped up by Borjas. Andre's volume definitely needs to go up. Namsri, he is explosive, and he throws everything into his shot, so I wouldn't be shocked if he gasses out or slows down if it goes late. We are taking Lima. Sketchy fight. I wouldn't touch it.
Yeah, there's just a lot of unknowns, and like you said, that Bayar has never been he's never been to the scorecards, right? Last 2 in the first round. Very dangerous fighter, and we saw that last weekend with Barbosa, right? Dangerous fighter, first round KO. But the problem is Batbayar's technique's not as good as it probably should be. He's just going out there and going after it. Who was that guy that came over from one of the organizations that got fraud checked? Where was that fight? Um,
Like
who did he
recently?
fight? Yeah, it was recently. It was like he just goes out there and he just punches nonstop. I'm blanking on his name, but then he got starched by that kid that wasn't very good. Chepo, right? Chepo?
Um, yeah, the one that just fought.
Yeah,
He
made
fought
his UFC debut.
Charles Johnson.
No, 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 no. He fought that really bad kid. His name was like not Chapolin. The guy's name was Chepo, Cepo.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. He fought Urbina. Yeah.
Urbina. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
That's what it reminds me of, right? Like your technique has got to also match the aggressiveness because when those 2 aren't aligned, you're gonna get first round KOs, but you're also gonna get starched yourself or gas out or just get finished and outclassed and outworked. And that's what we think is gonna happen in this one with Andre Lima. He is the better fighter. Stay away from it though. Or if you like the dog money, maybe play the first round for Batbayar. Have some fun with it. But we like Lima in that spot.
I mean, you could, like he's saying, you could have some fun and go dog, or you could just do fight ends in the first round and just not even pick a fighter. So there's ways you could do it. All right, moving up. Main card time. And this one's a good one. I like this fight a lot. It's Bilal Hasan taking on Nilson Rojas.
Good fight. Taking a look at the tape on Rojas, we'll start with him. On the feet, a little bit left to be desired. He is 9-0, but he's not fighting anyone that I feel like is very good, and at times was getting kinda touched up. So he's a little bit slow on the feet, but what I did like about him is he would change levels, find takedowns, land ground and pound, and really that's what allowed the striking to reopen up back on the feet. So I do think he is a smart fighter and he's got some developing to do, but he can kind of do a little bit of everything with the striking and the wrestling and grappling. He's taken on a really, really, really good striker in Bilal Hassan, um, which on tape he just flashed JP. Like there's some guys that you watch and you're like, yeah, he's got something. And Bilal Hassan is one of those guys. Spinning wheel kicks, the little counter pulls. He gets out of the way. He has very great eyes, good vision, and then he's got straight punches with a lot of power on them as well. I really think he's going to be a problem in this division. I don't know if I like his nickname, the Indo Ninja. It's okay. We could probably change it up a little bit. I think there's a lot of other really cool things that we could call you. But beside the point, this kid has a lot of potential. They're both 9-0. I just think he's fought the better competition and he's looked better in doing it. So we're taking Bilal Hassan.
Yeah, no kidding. When Brevin says if you just watch film, this kid passes the eye test real quick. It's pretty much the first combination you see him throw. Brevin talked about the pull counters. If you guys know if you've been here how much we like people who can do that. His distance management pretty elite. And you can learn it to a certain degree, but I feel like to the point where his is, it is very impressive. It's kind of, I don't want to say Conor McGregor-esque, but you guys kind of get what we're saying. They slip just out of the way, just enough. It's not like a Lima where they're sliding all the way out of the way. Um, he's got good kicks, good teep to the body. Rojas can strike, but it's mainly just with the hands. Both guys will go to the body decently, but this Hasan kid, he's got something special. All right, moving up. Levi Rodriguez Jr., the steroid boy who just got his ass beat, returns. Going up against Liu Yu, I believe it's pronounced.
I mean, something like that. You would have to ask your Chinese ancestors. I don't know. But this is a fun fight. Levi Rodriguez has come out and said, I'm going to be 3 division champion. Goes out against Felipe
Not.
Franco and gets taken down and got the brakes beat off of him. It was a very interesting outcome for a guy that thinks he's going to be a 3 division champion. I will say the dude has power. He comes forward. He's looking to take your head off. He swings big. He swings wild. And if one of them gets home, it could be a short night. And he did have Franco hurt early on. But after that, just seems like the punches get a little bit slower. They get a little bit more labored. They don't have as much power. And that's what I expect to happen in this one. Lu Yu is a great kickboxer. We talked about whoever it was on the prelims. They're a kickboxer. They're not very good at kickboxing. This kid is really good at kickboxing. He mixes up the calf kicks and the body kicks, and he's got a lot of good straight punches, including a nice jab that I think finds the home on Saturday. His grappling is left to be desired. He's still working on that. That's his one MMA loss is he got out grappled. But on the feet, he's a very dangerous fighter. And JP, I'm really surprised that you didn't mention anything because this is a short notice replacement because Junior Tafa pulled out. Junior
Oh.
Tafa pulled out. Guys, we've been doing the show for however long now. How many times are we going to continue to allow these little Tafa brothers? I was about to say some very hateful things. These little Tafa brothers to pull out of fights, to withdraw from fights, to not want to fight. They're scared. I don't even know why they're with the organization. We've cut some really good fighters from the organization. You've let go of guys that had a lot of potential. You've let go of undefeated fighters, Mohamed Mokaev. And we can't cut Junior Tafa. What are we doing, JP? The dude doesn't want to fight. I will find him at Trader Joe's. I promise you. I promise you, I take him down, and it's a problem because he's a turtle. Anyways, my hate for the Tafa brothers continues. They suck. They're scared to fight. They don't want to be here, which is why they pull out of more fights than any other fighter I've ever seen in my life. I think it's a record. Fact check me, please. It's bad. It's gotten really, really bad. However, he's not fighting. That's okay. I was really looking forward to seeing him get knocked out. But I do like Lou striking, and on the feet, I think he's going to be better. Early on, maybe he focuses on staying safe and kind of chopping wood at the legs a little bit and getting some work in there. But I think really in rounds 2, and then if it gets to round 3, he shows you how fast his hands are. He's going to look a lot better than Levi on the feet, in my opinion. He's just got to stay safe, move his head, mind his P's and Q's, and he'll be just fine. Give me Lou.
Yeah, if we could bet on Junior Tafa pulling out of fights, we would have hit that bet 3 or 4 times, I feel like, in the amount of time that we've done this show. Um, but yeah, you guys might be looking at this one and say, hey, everybody else you say don't have a lot of experience or not fighting good comp. This Liu guy, he's only 3-1. In MMA, he is only 3-1. Like Brevin said, he's losing by grappling. Levi's not going to grapple him. Levi's going to stand and strike with him. This dude has a lengthy kickboxing career, and he is much better. And Levi does steroids, and then he's off the steroids. He's going to gas out. Levi sucks. Taking Leo. All right, moving up. Another barn burner, in my opinion, and a rematch. Seen it once before. Hopefully we get to see it finish. Sumudaerji is taking on Alex Perez.
Yeah, fun matchup here, guys. We saw the fight not long ago. Sumudaerji was winning, kicked Perez in the cup. Perez was thrown up in the bucket, unable to continue. It was an unfortunate ending. The problem was, I believe at the time, Perez was the favorite. Sumudaerji was the dog. We were on Sumudaerji's side. He went out, looked really, really good, dropped Perez in round two. Now he's a sizable favorite, and Perez is the dog. So it's a little unfortunate for your boys because we had a really sharp dog call there, in my opinion. I'm going to stick with Sumudaerji. Perez is dangerous. He's got power in his hands. He's juicy at times. He's probably the better overall wrestler and grappler. But Sumudaerji's takedown defense has improved quite significantly. He has a lot of sweeps off of his back now to get back up to his feet, where he will have a quite significant reach advantage. The jab will be there, the power is there. And if Perez is making any types of mistakes, he will get caught. I think he fights a little bit more scared than he did the first time around, honestly, if you ask me, allowing Sumudaerji to get out on the scorecards early. Close fight, fun fight, but I got to stick with the boy Sumudaerji. I just think the striking is going to be really the difference maker, and he's such a technical, sharp striker.
Well, that's always the knock on Sumudaerji, right? Because everybody's seen him get grapple fucked and choked out early in his career, and we say it almost every time we've watched him fight on the show. His takedown defense has come a long way, and now people got to deal with him on the feet. His footwork, his speed, his volume, straight punches. We love him on the feet. So, and he's not dumb, right? He's seen, if I want to stick around, I got to work on my takedown defense, and then he's seen he's winning fights when he can stuff crotch goblins, right? Um, and as far as the nut shot goes, look, if anybody is going to speak about nut shots, nut problems, nut injuries, your boy can say something on that, okay? Alex was looking for a way out. Did he get kicked in the cup? Yes. Was it as bad as he made it seem? I don't know. I don't think so. Personally, but hey, what do I know? Okay. That's just my humble opinion. All right. Moving on. Another good one. Another striker's delight. Most likely. Kai Asakura is taking on Aoriqileng.
Yeah, fun one. This one I believe stays standing, where Asakura is going to have quite the advantage. He's faster, he's sharper, and he's got power. Asakura's downfall is getting taken down and grappled. However, I think Aoriqileng's offensive grappling is not on the level of some of these other guys like Tim Elliott and Pantoja, who had success against Asakura. And Aoriqileng's also somebody that's not afraid to get after it. And if you're getting after it on the feet with Asakura, chances are you're going to bed. This dude's sharp. He throws to the body. He targets the liver. He's fast, and he's got that power, which I talked about. We're taking Kai Asakura. I just think the fight stays standing. I think for Asakura, the takedown defense, probably similar to Sumudaerji, has improved. I mean, we saw with Peyton Talbot, JP, a night and day difference
Yeah.
in takedown defense. When they really set their minds to something these days, there's coaches out there, there's training sessions that can really kind of help you with the takedown defense overnight. And Asakura, I believe, is taking this sport very seriously. I believe he wants to be UFC champion. And I think this is a little bit of a, I don't want to say a slap in the face, but a good opportunity for him to really show what he's made of and why he deserves to be in the top 15 of that division.
Well, especially if you're on a main card, a lot of eyes, big name like Peyton Talbot, when you get exposed like that, I mean, it really does something to the mental. So you're either going to come back and just bomb the rest of your career, or you're going to go back to the gym and say, I really got to stuff people, not let them get to my hips. Um, But yeah, Brevin said it perfectly. We envisioned this one staying on the feet. Aoriqileng not going to pull out a grapple fucking. Kai's footwork is pretty good. He's very fast. And like Brevin said, dude hits hard as shit. Mixes it up very well. Yeah, he's on the feet. He is a problem. All right, moving up. Another another one. This is the only one. No, it is the second one. Jesus Christ. The second women's fight on the night, the co-main event. It is Denise Gomes taking on Xiaonan.
Yeah, this is a good one here. Starting with Denise Gomes, she's on a nice little win streak, coming off of a 4-fight win streak. The problem, JP, in my eyes, which a lot of people aren't really talking about, and I'll tell you right now, the odds are pretty close. I don't think her level of competition was very good on that streak, to be honest with you, at least in my opinion. Um, Now, Yan Xiaonan, great counter striker, great power. On the feet, she's a problem. She's fought the who's who, right? And that to me is the difference. She's coming off of a fight with Verna Janaroba, who wrestled, went to decision. Tabitha Ricci got a win over her. Zhang Wei Li, Jessica Andrade, Mackenzie Dern. Like that is high level experience. And yes, she is 37 years old. But if you watch her recent performances, I don't think that she's lost too many steps, JP. I think the hands are still there, the eyes are still there, the counters are still there. I think she's sharp. I think Denise Gomes is a little bit in over her head, taking on a girl of this caliber in Jean Xiaonan. And I think she goes out there. I think Jean goes out there and really shows that there's levels and kind of tells the young gun, Denise, only being 26, hey, you're gonna have to wait your turn because up here at the top, we're still very, very dangerous. And I believe that's what's gonna happen on Saturday. Give me Xiaonan.
Yeah, my favorite thing that you said in that is the win streak that Denise had. It's butt cheeks. Holy cow, is it butt cheeks? Tisha Pennington. Okay. I mean, a vet, but I wouldn't even say a gatekeeper. Elise Reed. Does anybody give a shit about that? No? Okay, moving on. Carolina Kowalawala. Who cares? She sucks too. And she's like 40. And then Edwara Mora. Edna Mole. And that was when Edwara fucking couldn't make up her mind whether she wanted to grapple, strike, what? Denise can't grapple, yes. And yes, I understand. Jan has lost to grapplers most recently. But I haven't said it. Erna, world-class grappler. A great grappler. And then Zhang Wei Li. Oh yeah, possibly the GOAT women's fighter. She beat Mackenzie Dern. Look at how Mackenzie's looking right now. I know she had a bad 5th round, but Mackenzie's the champ. Yan on the feet is a problem. She is fast. She is strong. She's a training partner of Song Yadong. Suck Yadong. We're taking Yan Chanan. Okay.
And I'm just gonna say it like I know I said it, the lines right now, they're close. This might be a
Yeah.
hammer spot, JP. I think Jean's just way better. I really do. Yeah, give me that all day, every single day.
100%. 100%. And we tell you guys they're close because, contrary to popular belief, if you go ask TikTok, this would probably blow your mind. The lines move throughout the week. Holy shit. Breaking freaking news. My lord. All right. Main event time, and it's a good one. Song Yadong is taking on Umar Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, this is a fun one. Umar, you know what you're going to get with him. He is a good grappler, but he's a Nurmagomedov that has the stand-up game to go along with it, which opens up his takedowns. Um, and he can land on the feet as well. Song Yadong, good power, good boxing, takedown defense, grappling, all has improved for this kid. I mean, he's making all the right adjustments. He's fighting top level competition every single time he walks out there, JP, which I love for him. They're not giving him steps down at all. They're just giving him the Sean O'Malley's, the Peter Yans, the Henry Cejudos, the Davison Figueiredos, then now Umar. Like these are, if not current champs, former champs. They're all former champs. Peter Yan, Henry Cejudo, Sean O'Malley, Figueiredo. This guy's fighting everybody. you know? And so he is very, very skilled, and he's not one to be slept on because he does have some real power in this division. He throws very, very hard, but he's taken on an Umar Nurmagomedov that has a very interesting skill set, JP. Yes, he is a world-class grappler, but he is a very, very good striker as well. The front kicks, the high kicks, the left hands, the jabs, it's all fast, it's quick, he's sharp. And when you're worried about the striking, you can't defend the takedowns very well, which gives him so many opportunities to shoot, so many opportunities to get inside and land his trips and get to your back and really dominate you. I'm excited for this one. I think Umar, Peter Yan, and Marab are the best three in this division. And really, either one of them three are interchangeable as champion. I love the fight between Umar and Marab. I would love to see that again. Umar and Peter Yan is going to be a fun one as well. I believe is what's coming down the line. Um, and in this one, yes, Song Yadong, he's a beast. He's awesome. But similar to the last one, there's levels to it, and I do believe Umar is gonna show you those levels. He's gonna find the takedowns. He's going to find, shots on the feet, and find significant strikes there as well. So, give me Umar Nurmagomedov to get it done. Now, I will say, Umar has been cracked before. He's been wobbled before. He's a smart fighter. That's what I really like about him. I do believe if he does get hurt from Song Yadong, Umar's not the type of guy to really show it, and then he's gonna get in on the legs, start to recover, and be just fine, which gives me a lot of confidence in the chin of Umar.
Yeah, and it's funny you brought that up because that was the first thing I was going to say is we've seen him sat down before, right? And everybody's going to jump on that and say, well, Song's quick. He's got a lot of power, maybe the most power he's ever felt or he's ever fought against. But Umar does recover very well also. And like Brevin said, he is very smart, so he won't put himself in too many bad positions. And even when he gets clipped, we go away from the exchange that got me clipped. What was I trying to throw? What was he throwing? Is he looking to throw that more than once? Whatever it is, right? And it's him, Habib, and Islam. And Habib's already said it. When Umar and Islam are done, he's done. So these three right now, Islam is at the top of his game. Habib's coaching both of them. I think it's time Umar is going to take that next step up. And he's probably going to fight, like Brevin said, Piotr or Marab, depending on how that next fight goes. He's going to be next in line. You know what you're getting with Umar, right? Every time he goes out to fight, you want to talk about skill, technique, elite level, world-class level. The top of this weight division at 135 is so incredibly impressive. If nobody has ever watched UFC, and some of them might think it's boring when the two high-level people in this bantamweight division go at it, the skill level is fucking incredible. They can all do everything. They're all stupid fast. Very impressive to watch. Umar is just, like Brevin said, there's levels. Song will probably put up a good fight, scramble pretty well early in the fight, I imagine. And then I think Umar will just take over as it goes along. But yeah, we're taking Umar.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It does it for the card. It doesn't do it for the show. Don't go anywhere. We have your free show parlays coming your way right freaking now, starting with Locked Door MMA's Lock of the Night. JP, who we locking up?
Just talked about it. You know what you're getting. You're getting IQ, extreme well-roundedness, elite grappling. We're taking Umar Nurmagomedov over Sakyadong. You get it done Saturday night. Or morning, I guess I should say.
Saturday morning. There you have it. Locked Door MMA's Lock of the Night is Umar. Now it's time for Brevin's Basic. Let's start with that lock. Give me Umar to kick us off. And then we're going to move down the card a little bit. Give me the boy, Kai Asakura, to get it done. I like his hands so much in that matchup. And then we're going to choose a guy that's making his UFC debut. Give me Bilal Hasan to get it done. I like his hands and his striking game a lot. The Indo Ninja is going to get it done. Put those three together for your Brevin's Basic.
Hey, you could even throw those last two in by KO. That's a nasty little basic right there. All right, sit down, shut up. Juicer time. First one, Got to take the sniper himself. He's tall. He's long. We know Brevin loves that. Throw in Sean Woodson. Okay? Sniper. The gargoyle. Whatever you want to call him. The ogre under the bridge will punch you from 20 feet away. Next one. Got to throw in the dog. Juicer is a juicer for a reason. We're taking Nuzzi. Because Long Zhao's an idiot. And we're banking on him being a dumbass. Give us Nuzzi dog money. Next one. Ray Tsuruya. Okay? If you want to get degenerate, Ray by submission. I think there's a very good chance for that over Borjas. Next one, like Brevin said, throw in Hasan. We love his hands, the pull counters, the teeps, the head kicks, straight punches. This kid's striking is beautiful to watch. Next one, another guy who has phenomenal striking, crazy improved takedown defense, and it's a rematch. And this time he's a pretty decent favorite, Sumudaerji. Throw him in there. We think he tees off on Alex again. And Brevin made a good point. Alex Perez might fight a little bit more hesitant since he got clipped bad in the first one. And the final leg lock is a lock for a reason. Throw in Umar Nurmagomedov. That is the juicer, 6 legs. Right now it's just over plus 800. It's juiced.
Cheers, baby. There you have it. If you made it this far in the video, you guys know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Join the community. We're on the road to bigger and better things, guys, and we appreciate all the love that we've been getting. We appreciate the community that we are building. We got some fun things in the works. We're going to continue to push out content for you guys every single week. We appreciate you. We love you all. Have a good week. All right. Enjoy work. Enjoy time with your friends. And if you are able to watch the fights Friday night, Saturday morning, do it. But don't push yourselves to stay up overnight. Get some good sleep as well. With that, JP, I'll let you take us home.
Yeah, if you're on the East Coast, might not be too bad. You won't be able to watch the prelims, but I believe the main card should start at like 6 a.m. for you guys. So might just be an early morning for you guys, but over here on the West Coast, you're either staying up crazy late or getting up crazy early. So it might just be a wake up in the morning and rewatch on Paramount for your boys. Football coming very soon. Super excited for that. Your boy was almost heartbroken and very pissed off when he came on the show today. Brevin, I think we avoided catastrophe. Ashton Genty goes down. I believe it was Saturday that he couldn't put weight on his leg. Your boy almost cried when he heard the information. Okay. But I think it's just an ankle sprain. So I think we're good.
This kind of means he's like soft. What do you mean sprained ankle? Can't get up and put weight on it,
All
dude?
right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you were walking on a broken ankle for quite some time.
I mean,
see how I use your own toughness against you and your favorite players?
I was hobbling around, okay, but I also don't run a 4.340. 4.4. 4.4. It is
Once
hand
upon a
time. It is hand time. And it was once upon a time. Go fuck yourself. Don't care about the hand time. Okay. I'll go to the grave with that thing.
I can't wait for someone to give you a porky comment.
Oh, I wish somebody would. Okay. You guys give me a porky comment. I'll find you. I will find you. I swear to God. Okay. And that's rude. All the love we've been getting and then people just throwing out shut up, porky.
Guys, I'm not that big. Okay. Come on.
He was just mad that he lost money on Fluffy. Or that one guy that said, "You're still wrong. Look at RoboCop's face." What? He lost. What he blows my mind. Blows my mind. But thank you guys for being here. We appreciate everybody. If you got nothing to say, drop a W in the comments. Help out your boys with that algorithm. Road to 3K. Almost there. Ladies and gentlemen, another weekend, another set of fights. As always, it was a pleasure. Bingo, bango, baby. Hey.